Happy Wednesday, everybody. I just elbowed my bookshelf, which tells me that I think I've moved my chair. But that's not important. What's definitely important is first things first, Plumberry Muffin. You were the first viewer to redeem first the stream. Very quick trigger finger on that. And so pat yourself on the back. You get to be first. Yay! Welcome in everyone to this wonderful Wednesday stream. Hello Plum, hello SNK, hello everyone else who happens to be here or who pops in. Plum, also congratulations on redeeming word of the stream. I really like this. This is interesting because strategically, well, not strategically. Practically, we've never run into this issue before. The idea of having two syllables replaced with moosh, and whether or not you have to consistently replace the same syllable with the moosh, or if you can just substitute moosh willy-nilly wherever you want. And so we are actually going to get an answer to that question today. I appreciate the mixing it up, Plum. I know you normally are very conscientious about word of the stream first, but you got both this time. And the word of the stream being not only multiple words, but having two substitutions of moosh in it. We're pushing boundaries today, folks. Stephen mooshes the mooshing. And so unless you're about to tell me this stands for Stephen Shines the Shining or Stephen King's The Kinging, I'm pretty sure I'm looking at Stephen King's The Shining. But feel free to correct me if I've misunderstood what you substituted for moosh while I write that down. We could argue that Moosh's first name is Steven, and we could argue that mooshing is just a big ol' hug. We could, which means maybe there's no substitution in this whatsoever. Maybe this is just a straight sentence that I somehow have to fit on my teensy-weensy chalkboard. It definitely stands for Stephen Todd's The Climbing. Yes, it does. It definitely stands for Stephen Todd's The Climbing. That's absolutely correct. I just want to remind people that the reason it's word of the stream is that my chalkboard is this big. It's this big. It's like 1.5 erasers wide. And this man over here is making me write 4 words on it. Adorable. Thanks, Plum. I appreciate it. Oops. So I do keep knocking the base off. I think it's come loose. Because I have been using this for years, chat. Can you believe I have been streaming for years? I've been streaming for 2 years, exclusively playing Zelda games. Which is not what I started playing. It almost feels like an identity at this point, which makes no sense, because Zelda's not even my favorite Nintendo property. But I do like it. And so we're sort of enjoying ourselves. We've had, Twilight Princess has been mixed for me so far, and I imagine it's only going to get even more mixed because I believe I'm gearing up towards a boss fight in this stream, and boss fights are always the worst part of any Zelda game. Next week should be Steven Mooshberg's Moosh. We're gonna need a bigger chalk board. Yes. Absolutely. We're gonna need a bigger chalkboard. Okay. Is Stephen King also a PH? I hope so. That's what we're getting. Stephen Mooshes. This is not gonna fit. I have to try again. Plum, it's not gonna fit. Okay. If I start with the mooshing, I can fit the Stephen Moosh in around it. Okay. We successfully fit the mooshing, and we have a little bit of space above. You referenced 6 times, to be sure. That's spectacular. I don't think I have any Stephen King books anywhere in this entire apartment, because horror is not my genre. Anyway. Stephen. But Stephen with a PH is my preferred way to spell Stephen. Stephen mooshes the mooshing. So I did have to, like, format this a little bit backwards. I missed slightly. But there you go. Stephen mooshes the mooshing. I fit it all. His detective book was neat. The Colorado Kid. Not really horror, but very interesting. That is entirely fair. People can exist and write in more than one genre, and that is important. And so that's kind of good to know that he's done some detective work, I suppose. I don't know. It is what it is. So chat, we're gonna have to talk to the chicken again. I am really sorry about that. You just look away. This is fine. I never want to see your mama again, floating head dude, but needs must. Here we go. Ugh. 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 Just. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Whoop. Interesting. They have, well, that's very annoying. So I saved... apparently I saved right before going through into the next room. For some reason I thought I had saved after. So I guess that's my fault, and that means these dudes are alive again. Which, you know. I guess I am a little too far for you. Don't aggro the dude on the bridge if you can avoid it. Oh yeah, there's that guy as well. I like that they have very specific ranges. Okay, that looked incredibly impressive. I promise I'm just lucky. But I definitely just like shot two guys and then immediately had the time to turn around and hit that dude. So I feel very impressed with my skills. Anyway, oh, he dropped arrows. I am too far away. I am too far away. I want the arrows. Yes! We got him. Okay. What was the thing about the giant magnet? Do I have to put the boots on? Yeah. Woo! I have to put the boots on. Delightful. That was a very wide swing. So I'm pretty sure there's a treasure chest up there with those torches, but I don't have anywhere to climb up. So that's fine. We're fine. I might have saved here, but I thought I opened the door. Anyway, this is where we actually ended, started, whatever. We're okay. We could shoot those things. We got our arrows back. Nothing happened. Clive Barker is a horror author, but wrote a children's horror. Leans more fantasy, but it's his fantasy, you'd argue, is better than his outright horror. That's entirely fair. Some of that might be genre preference. I often find fantasy books are better than horror. However, oh my goodness, I just realized. So I started reading a book last night, and it is hilarious to me how satisfying it is, while recognizing that this is a book that is way creepier than it needs to be. It's probably borderline, like, violent and gory and things that normally aren't my vibe because I'm not into that. But specifically, I need to clarify, specifically. So, if you follow me on Instagram, which probably a lot of you don't, it's not a gaming Instagram, it's not a Twitch Instagram or anything, it's just my personal Instagram. I got, for Christmas this year, my wonderful hubby, Kate Menzel, got me a book advent calendar where I unwrapped a new book each day, and then he himself bought and planned for me a, like, mini 12 books of Christmas pseudo, like, follow-up, because he actually got to, like, vet those books somewhat. He found them himself in stores. I think he did a really good job. And one of the books that he gave me, which I do believe I posted on my Instagram if you happen to see it, but if you hadn't, it's called the Missy Chronicles, and it's a Doctor Who series of novellas about the Master during his reincarnation as the Mistress, known as Missy, from the primarily Peter Capaldi era of Doctor Who. And so there was a while there where the actress Michelle Gomez was playing Missy, the Mistress, as a reincarnation of the Master in Modern Who. And I always found her incredibly powerful. She was fantastic in that role. I loved it. And someone wrote a series of novellas about this character that have nothing whatsoever to do with any of the episodes of Doctor Who. They have nothing whatsoever to do with the Doctor or the Doctor's timeline. The tagline on the back of it is actually, "My whole world doesn't revolve around you, you know." And it's like the idea of her saying that to the Doctor. And the entire first story is literally just her entering a den of villains, them judging her for being a woman, and her systematically destroying each and every one of them by tearing apart the thing that matters most to them before she kills them. And I'm like, why do I love this? Everything about this story is the best thing that I've ever read. This is very outside my genre. It's probably terrifying. I'm really trying hard not to imagine any of the things that I'm reading. But yes, you know what? Why not? Like, the setting is basically they're all villains, including her. But for whatever reason, I'm cheering so hard for her. Like, the little feminist core of me is like, it's super satisfying to be judged for being a woman and told you can't do something and to just respond by obliterating the patriarchy. Sure. Okay, why not? It's fiction. So I had a wonderful time reading that story this week, and I was like telling Kate Menzel about it, and I'm like, this is probably quite terrifying, and I love it so much. And so that's my story. Sometimes it's really worth reading off genre. Hello, Settled on Beavis. Welcome in. I can only assume that you heard some of that, but possibly not all of it. I might not provide additional context unless people ask, but it's wonderful to see you. Beavis, did you know that you were the last from last week? I have it in the redemption queue. Plum, thank you for retroactively redeeming Lady Q's book reviews. So, obviously I've spoiled the first novella, but I'm pretty sure that in general this book review stands. I'm not going to spoil any of the other stories, and I'm not actually going to spoil how she deals with all of these various villainous males who were being rude to her. All I can say is it's actually sometimes really cathartic to read about a character who is motivated entirely and completely by spite. And you should never underestimate the power of spite. So that thus concludes the book review. It's delightful. It's very, so it's not like highfalutin classy literature. It just is what it is. It's a very easy read, a very quick read, and kind of hilarious. And I think especially if you've ever seen any of the episodes with Michelle Gomez as Missy, gosh, it's so easy to imagine her inhabiting this character, and that makes it delightful because I think she's a wonderful actress, and so I like that little bit of my imagination. But I do think it would be good, even if you haven't seen that, as long as you approach it understanding that you're reading about a villain. The difference being a lot of villains have like big grand plans of whatnot, and especially when it comes to their hero, there's sort of like two strains of this. There's the villains that want to destroy their hero, that like actually want to like render them ineffective. There's an argument that like Lex Luthor might be this kind of villain in the original Superman, and he's just very unsuccessful at it. But on the flip side, you also have villains. Ooh, James Bond villains tend to fall into that one as well. But on the flip side, you also have villains that, like, they don't want to destroy the hero, they just want to succeed at their plan. And the Master has always felt to me, especially in classic Who, like he's got, like, a gentleman's agreement with the Doctor. That the reason that they are rivals, that they are against each other, is that typically what the Master wants to accomplish is being blocked by the Doctor because the Doctor has an ethical or moral issue with it. And so, no, you can't do that thing, you're exploiting an entire planet's resources. That's not that the Master doesn't like the Doctor, it's just that the Doctor is in his way. And so they very rarely are against each other from a perspective of, like, the Master's not trying to kill the Doctor. That's not the point. He's just trying to defeat him. And so that interplay, I think, plays really well into like various reincarnations of that character, various regenerations of that character, and I think Michelle Gomez is a particularly good actress. And so as long as you realize that this book is about a villain, it's not about a hero, and yes, okay, that villain has some less destructive tendencies than other villains potentially, they are still a villain. And so I think that the first story is both a very funny pun, I'll tell you the pun in a second, but also a really good introduction to what type of book it's going to be. And so if you can make it through the first story, it's probably going to be a really good book that you enjoy. So again, that's the Missy Chronicles, which is kind of a Doctor Who spin-off series of novellas. So the first story, the one that I read about her just systematically unaliving a bunch of men who were mean to her, pure spite, it's beautiful. It's called Dismemberment. And the pun is that what happens is she is a member of an exclusive club, and they decide to make it men only when she reincarnates as female. And she takes this very personally because it means that they do not let her in, even though she has a membership in this club. And so she responds to their dismemberment of her through, you can guess. And it's delightful. It's just delightful. It's beautiful. It's exactly what the title signed me up for. So I'll give it that. And then there's a bunch of other novellas in it that some of which I've read and some of which I have not read. But I'm very excited for it. This got really long. I'm sorry. You hit one of my combination everythings because it's books, but it's also Doctor Who, but it's also extremely talented Michelle Gomez, and so I get to talk about all of those things simultaneously, and also I'm trying to avoid this boss fight. The boss fight isn't going to be immediate, I can tell, because this door doesn't have a key. Anyway, thank you, Plum, for making me go on that rant. It was definitely a thing that I had no control over. I really thought I walked into this room. How odd. Wow. Beavis, a 15 stream streak! We can get some Lady Kiwi Wilds for that. As long as you enjoyed it, Plum, that's the main thing, since it was your redemption. Oh, good. Things to destroy. That's gonna be lovely. Oh, some things that probably have archery? Hold on, let's look this way first. Whoop! Yep, he sees me. Him I think I can hit from here. But him, I'm not sure I can hit from here. Oh, okay. Yep. Yes, I can. I liked that all of those guys started running along the platform as though... Whoop! They also have arrows. Interesting. Well, I'll have to come back up here in a minute. I was just trying to strategically observe the room. And as it turns out, instead, we have to get rid of that guy first. Oops, I knocked that one into lava. Hope that's okay. Sorry. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot that thing. Clearly. Kind of was expecting this room to maybe be more complicated, but I don't know why. I don't have any good reason to think that. Oh my! That was a lot of enemies that just came running at me. But we did okay. Targeting was the wrong choice. But charging a spin attack was clearly the right choice. I don't know if they've ever done that to me before. That might be the first time in this game that I've seen that, where I drop a bridge and there's that aggro's just a group of enemies. Very interesting. I have all my health. I'm only missing one arrow. Let's see if we can get that one arrow back. Do I have bottles? I have a bottle with a fairy and a bottle with, I think, a potion in it. Which means probably I'm fine. Great. I got one arrow. I still have the lamp on my other button. Very interesting. I realize that I'm not really using much more than 2 items at once in this game so far, so I haven't needed that button for much. Oh, you're still alive? Probably he's one of the ones that I knocked into lava, and so he like respawned when I went out of range. How are we doing? Okay, well, it's a door. I'm willing to save. I'm willing to save. I don't want a boss fight. Okay, so what have we learned? It's important for me to take a moment to review what we've learned. We have learned that we are going to be fighting the leader of the Gorons, who has somehow been affected, probably by a piece of shadow armor, because that seems to be what we're collecting. So we won't worry about that, but we are trying to cleanse him. We have the iron boots, which we needed to get in order to access this dungeon. That's important. We needed to get it to access this dungeon, and so it has tended to be a navigational tool of this dungeon. And then the other thing is... Thank you! I do got this. I am magical. I don't know. We'll see how magical I am. The other thing is we earned the bow. So I can almost guarantee I'm going to need the bow. So probably, I'm really hopeful. We are hoping that there's going to be an incredibly obvious target that I'm supposed to hit with the bow. That's what we're hoping for. Sometimes the dungeons with the bow are just like, yep, now you use a bow, and you have to like know when, but it's just a general attack. You just have to wait for their shield to get out of the way. Those ones are frustrating to me. And so I really hope this is one of those obvious target ones. So the example being in Wind Waker, we had those like giant hands. We had to shoot the glowing thing in the center of the palm to like make it go floop. And then once that had happened, the eyes opened and they both glowed. And so we had to shoot the palm, then shoot the other palm, and then shoot both eyes. And that was the boss for the dungeon where you earned a bow in Wind Waker. I'm hoping for something like that. Probably not precisely that, because I do find that boss really difficult. But something like that. I just want a really obvious target to shoot. And other than that, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. What is the structure of anything? I just saved and I feel like I need to save. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, it's such a big door. Okay, there was another door? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I like none of this. Link, why are you walking forward, you absolute idiot? I think I see a target. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, game. Do you see Sauron? I'm sorry. That's sideways Sauron right there. Hello? Okay, so we're gonna shoot the glowing thing. We're gonna attempt to shoot the glowing thing. I think we might just die. This is terrifying. Uh-oh. And now he's on fire. Side run. You shall not pass. I don't like any part of this. Oh no. Angel, wonderful timing. Hi. You're great. You're fantastic. I'm getting absolutely wrecked. I need 12 viewers. Hi. Hi. Hi, Angel. Hi, Angel's friends. Hello, everybody. Can I target him using, like... Okay. Okay, hold on. So now, what do I do? I I do this. I can grab things. Hi, Angel. Welcome in, Angel. Welcome in, everybody. I'm so happy to see you. Oops. I'm fighting a boss right now, and I don't know what I'm doing. So forgive me for panicking. I think I figured out the flow. He's gonna start glowing again. Welcome in, everybody. It is so lovely to see you. Come on, turn and face me. Glow. Oh. Okay. How close am I to a grab? I am not close enough to a grab. Nope. There it is. Oh my gosh. This grab part is very tricky. This is gonna go very poorly for me, but it's okay. Crunches through bushes! Hi, Angel. Uh-oh. He's moving the wrong way. I really wanted you to move the other way. It's okay. I took too much time. Welcome in, all you wonderful humans. Okay, gotta find grab point. Come on. Oh my gosh. Link, grab when it says grab. Please, boo. Please, boo. Please, boo. I'm very clumsy with the grab part. Sword.
Angry Angel _03 just subscribed.
Yay!
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Angry Angel _03. They have given 158 gift subs in the channel.
Not what I meant. That's what I meant. We probably
It
have
says
to do
Raw
this at
just
least 3
subscribed.
times.
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to It Says Raw. They have given 159 gift subs in the channel.
Oh no. Oh no, I missed it.
One Salty Ginger just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to One Salty Ginger. They have given 160 gift subs in the channel.
I'm dragging you. What do you mean? Okay, 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 okay. He's falling. And then we sword. How many times do I have to do this? Okay, we're cutscening. That means that I can back up. Welcome in, everybody, from Angry Angel Stream. Hello, it's lovely to see you. I'm Lady QAW. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. I'm panicking a little bit. There's a little bit of panic. We're not sure what's going on. Hello, Salty Ginger. Hello, Moogle. Hello. Ooh, it says Rar. I love that. That's a great name. This boss freaked you out? Listen, this whole game is freaking me out. I don't think I've been okay since I started playing. This is like extra freaky. I read, I run, I love you. Thank you, Angel. I'm gonna shout out Angel even though is gone, because if you're not following Angel, you probably should be. Very delightful. Very delightful. Sticking with the pointy end. Kick the Balrog's butt. Both great suggestions. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for not reading that while I was panicking, because the problem with the iron boots is when you put them on, you move slower, and he starts moving, and you have to put them on and also grab, and I'm not sure what order you can do that in anyway. It's fine. Plum, thank you so much for your generosity in gifting a sub to Angry Angel, in gifting a sub to It Says Rar, and in gifting a sub to Ginger. Angel, Ginger, and Rar, I hope you enjoy your Lady Q emotes for the next month. Plum, you're so sweet. Hi, Kate. Oh gosh, you're here too. Hello. It's lovely to see you. It gets spoopier. I don't want it to get spoopier. Can it get less spoopy? I mean, to be fair, I do love Midna, so I will take it. Oh, just in time. Plum, you got to watch me beat the boss, and so fabulous timing. I hope you have a wonderful, restful night. Good night. Don't let anything pass. Become the Lord of all the Rings. Don't get eaten by dinosaurs. All good advice. Oh, I'm sorry you wish you weren't where you were. I'm happy to see you anyways. Oh, that seems sad. Okay, so now we have Midna. I did it. The one thing that I have never pretended to be, chat, is good at combat. So, for those of you who have popped in with Angel's stream, welcome. It is so wonderful to have you. Hello, Mexico. I am Lady QEW. I really like Nintendo games, and so we play a lot of Nintendo here on this channel. I stream Wednesday nights, and so I'm here every Wednesday night. You can tell I really like Nintendo because I've got a lot of it right here. And I'm currently playing through all of my Legend of Zelda games. I have now hit the point where I've never played them before. And so really what we've learned is I've collected a lot of Legend of Zelda games, and I played them for like a little slice in the middle. But I have collected many more, and so now I have to figure out how to play them. We're doing Twilight Princess. It's hard and scary and scary. And also, some of the enemy design gives me nightmares, so we're just having a grand time. Wait, those are Nintendo games? Okay, Bloomer, come on now. It's big, scary, and pink. Honestly, yes. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't wonderful elements. I am very afraid of what the story is going to do to me because I spent the whole first segment very deliberately not getting attached to anything and anyone, and then I met Midna, and I went, oh, I love her more than anything, and as soon as I love something, the game can hurt me. So I already put my predictions on video. I don't even remember what stream I did that on anymore, but I'll look it up. I have predictions for what I think they're going to do to completely ruin me with Midna, and I am prepared to be completely ruined because I can't let go of my attachment to her. She's too wonderful. It's your boy! Lovely to see you, Mexico. Thank you so much for redeeming Let's Go to the Lobby, aka Eat Everything. For those who haven't been around very long in this stream, I have a bunch of different redemptions that have to do with feeding me, and Mexico redeems them all the time. And so to try to one-stop shop that, we have a button for it now. And so aka Eat Everything. Eat Everything basically means I'm gonna hydrate, I'm gonna dehydrate, which is the opposite of hydrate, and I'm gonna eat a seasonal candy and also a non-seasonal candy because we really enjoy opposites here. So we're gonna hydrate first. Not that it's very hydrating, but it is a liquid. And so that is my hydrate for 69 channel points. Nice. Thank you very much, Mexico. I have a really fun dehydrate today. There are a limited number of them, and so I might have to pivot to something else. I've done this occasionally. Usually I focus on making sure my dehydrate is something salty because that amuses me. A quarter of a century streak? That's definitely how math works. Absolutely. But I have these. I impulse bought them the last time I was at the grocery store because I needed to splurge on something that was going to be an absolute waste of calories, and I wanted them, and they're delicious. Yes, exactly. So I don't get these very often, but I am minorly obsessed with these, and I am not ashamed to admit it. So I have myself, I'm gonna call it a 1-bite cupcake, and then we're all gonna forgive me like how rude I'm about to be. Oh, yes. They're delicious. I have a soft spot for this icing because it's not icing that I grew up tasting. And so I feel like I always want it. I also feel like it used to be like extremely sugary. And at some point when I was in my teens, they like fixed that so it's a lighter. And it's still sugary, but it's still light. And I like it. Of course you do. I do not know anyone else who is as obsessed with the icing for these as I am. So then, we have a seasonal candy in the form of a wintergreen mint, because up here in Canada, it's very winter. We've had 2 snow days in the last week, chat. I went to work for both of them, and I did regret it both times. I feel so much less insane that you agree with me, Kate Bloomer. Oh, more the texture. Somehow it reminded you of plastic. That's fair. So that's my seasonal candy, because it is winter. You regret it with me? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's not like I didn't get work done, because I did, but it is that, like, the whole experience of trying to catch a train and a bus or a streetcar, well, it was just the apocalypse of snow around me. Terrible. Do not recommend. I had to get taller boots. I borrowed them from my mommy. Because my boots only come like a third of the way up my calf. She has boots that were knee-high. I've needed them. I've needed them. You didn't like that it snowed 14 hours straight? I mean, I liked it. I didn't like that I had to travel. And this is my non-seasonal candy. You might associate it with a particular season, but that season is not now. So this is non-seasonal, which means I can snack on it. I'm gonna let my mouth get a little bit emptier though. And that means, we're gonna have to have a conversation with Midda. Maybe, probably. I do have mint in my mouth. Mostly what I don't like is I don't like what 14 hours straight of snow did to the train service. Very inconvenient for me. But that's okay. Well done. Now we have 2 fused shadows. Huh. You know, you've been very helpful so far. So as a reward, I'll tell you an interesting story. Zant? Is that a name? That's the name of the King of Darkness who cast this pall of shadows over your world. He's very strong. You would be nothing to him in your current state. But Zant will never be my king. I have nothing but scorn for his supposed strength. Not that your Zelda is much better. It still appalls me that this world of light is controlled by that princess. A carefree youth, a life of luxury. How does that teach duty? Wow, she's so judgy. But I suppose I shouldn't begrudge her the circumstances of her life. She didn't choose it after all, and I would never wish harm on her. I don't trust that she turned around when she said that. No, as long as I can get my hands on the fused shadows, I'll be just fine. Well, just one more left, shall we? I'm sorry, that was your story? That wasn't even a story, that was a character introduction. Okay, I'm gonna take the start container, first of all. Second of all, I'm gonna see if these replenish arrows, because I'm like that. Yeah. Third of all, can I talk to this dude? Hey man, are you okay? Oh, what a haircut. What a haircut. That is a rock slab mohawk. Like, what is that? Like, that's such a flat top. What am I doing here? Ugh, my head aches. Sorry, dude, that might be because I shot you in the head like 3 times. I hope you're okay. Not too concussed. Is it Oh. That's very interesting, Celadon Beavis. Okay, so now we have to have one of those debates. To me, obviously all of those growths. As well you should. Fashion. All of those growths are clearly rock. They're like a sort of hardened stone growing off of what is probably very thick skin. And so it's stone, which made me think of it as like hair growth, similar to like our nails being cartilage. Just something about that made sense to me. The stone is like the dead version of Goron's skin, kind of like hair is sort of like our dead cells, etc., etc. Like, that's the vibe that I was getting from it. But it's a fascinating idea to think of it as the cartilage specifically, which I think is bone adjacent. It's like a giant molar on his head. That is very true. I feel like you could argue either way. It just would be tricky. Like, it's not growing out of his bones. But is it consistently growing out of places where we would expect them to have hair? Back, shoulders, arms, especially around the wrists, chin, top of the head. We're ignoring the, like, pasties. Okay. So you seem fine. It's like a giant callus. I think there's an argument for that. I feel like I'm very impressionable, which means if you can convince me of something else, I'm probably willing to agree to it. Well, he's not attached to the chains anymore. So he's probably fine, right? He doesn't need me. He's good. Toss the boomerang in there then. Okay, Binda. Some sort of dense organic protrusion. Yep. Okay. I was about to say something and I realized I have to walk it back because we actually don't know this for sure. I was going to say about how, like, narwhals, their horns are like cartilage, and I'm not actually sure that's true. But, like, maybe rhinos? There are certain animals that grow, like, deliberately toughened protrusions, I suppose is the word. And it's probably more akin to that, which makes me think maybe it is cartilage. Maybe it is more like nail growth than like something else. Yes, I'm very done here, Binda. At least I hope I am. Sorry about your headache, dude. I think it's a concussion. If you just rest, you'll probably be fine. Yes, I would like to save. Which is always a terrible idea. Why would our biology have any resemblance to the biology of the fantasy creatures specifically in this fantasy universe? Heroic Lady QEW. North of here, across the plain, and past the great stone bridge, and the lands guarded by the spirit Lanayru? Lanayru? Really? Okay. You shall find one whom you seek. That face had so much okay, cool energy in it that I am like, yes. So far, I'm much more impressed by Minna's ability to help me than the spirits. Oh, Colin, you tripped. Ilya? Wait, what happened to Ilya? Oh, is Ilya the girl that the dude shot at the beginning? Okay, okay, okay. Sorry if you hadn't seen that. My apologies. That was one of the first shocking twists in this game, when I was just like being sassy about this girl who had more of a crush on my horse than she did on me, and then an orc just showed up and shot her, and I was like gobsmacked by it, literally. And so the first thing I said was I was going to shoot him in the face. And then, thankfully, a couple streams ago, I did. I wasn't very happy about it because it was an extremely annoying boss battle, but I did successfully throw him into a chasm, and I hope that means he's dead. But Colin is right. I did not rescue the girl. Sure. I guess you're fine. I'm actually quite terrible at helping people. We're getting a flashback? This game is taking itself too seriously. They didn't need to do that with a flashback. They could have done that with another line of dialogue that said, remember what I said? And then he repeats himself here. They did not need to flashback that. They did not need to. Okay, so I'm really sorry to say this to you, Colin, but I wasn't worried about you. Thanks, dude. I'm not really worried about the children very much either. Would you know if you had ever heard me say anything about the eldritch horror that is currently running the store? Just up ahead to my left? That kid, that toddler is going to look after everybody else. He'll just open his mouth and swallow anything that tries to hurt them. Thanks, dude with the really big lips. I appreciate your support. All of these kids bowing to me and the eldritch horror child just in the background staring at an angle, not participating. Too funny. Okay. So now we probably have some optional side questing before we have to go north. Because it always seems like there's areas, new areas that I can get to. Or old areas that I can go back to that have different things going on. So where do I want to start? Because I'm sure there are some important things. Okay, so first of all, what do I remember? And what I remember is the shop over here. Oh, right. Okay. So I remember the shop, but I also remember that there was a dude who wanted to build bombs, and he couldn't build bombs because he didn't have access to trade with the Gorons because they were being super mad. And I am seeing there are some Gorons down at that end of the village, which means I definitely want to check out what's going on with the bomb shop. At least I can see him over the counter this time. Last time I came in and I couldn't see him at all, and it just terrified me. Buy something. Okay. Okay. Nothing. Nothing new. I think this was the bomb factory. Oh, with a fade out and everything. Oh. Hey, bud. He has one type of bomb. He might get more than one type of bomb at some point. Interesting. Ooh. No, I don't have a bomb bag. You're right. Oh, heck yeah. Great. He's just gonna sell me a bomb bag. That's so much easier than... I can make bomb arrows for ranged explosive... Chat. Ranged explosives. Ranged explosives. ranged explosives, chat. What was the thing? Something set off my, like... Speak to what? Will he run over here? Just tape one to an arrow? Not dangerous at all. Certainly doesn't throw off your bow or your aim or any other part of this. There's an outside. How pretty. Okay, what are the places that I've been to and not been to? I probably should check the inn. I do not remember coming up here before. Oh, right. This blew up and I had to run away. I was up here as a wolf. I have not been up here as a person before. Maybe? Oh, there's now Gorons hanging out at the top of the hotel in the pool. Fascinating. And there's still that chest over there that I don't know how to get to. Wow, this guy's really changed his tune. It's shameful that we didn't help them. I'm helping the little human up above keep watch. Yes? Amazing. Really want to go through that door, but I also... Okay, well, can't get over to the side yet. Can I? Oh, that's the little human. Well, that's cute. How do I get to that? Can I just... I can't even really just jump off because I would need to do it from here. Is there a Goron standing under that? Yes, hello, hi. I'm so proud of you. Okay. He's, yep. Okay, I can show you how to shoot a bow. I'm not very good at it. Sorry, what now? Malo's down there in front of the spring and you want me to shoot him? Do you want me to shoot Malo? Is that what you're saying? Go down and find him, then show me from there. I think it would have been more fun if I'd had to try shooting Malo from up the watchtower. But that's mostly because I don't believe that it's possible to hurt this child, who is actually an eldritch horror forced into the form of a toddler. You came. But can you really use a bow? I've never even seen you hold a bow. Whatever. I love this child. Shoot through that. Okay. Okay. Why is it being so difficult? Humph. I guess that was on the easy side. How about that? Okay, that is harder. No, I don't want to speak to the eldritch horror child. Oh, a little bit too high. Delightful. Up here. Tried at the pole? Are you kidding me? From here? Okay, now I look like an idiot because I got it first try. but I wasn't 100% sure that I could even see it at that distance. And so, boy, do I feel sheepish. Whoopsies. Because, like, the other targets, you have to get the height right, but that one was so skinny. I'm like, gosh, what is the hitbox? Sure, okay, just shoot it on the first try. I guess you have a little bit of skill. Impressive. Take this. Why were you just carrying that around? I am frightened. Normally we find these when we defeat our enemies. What have you done, Malo? Honestly, 10 out of 10 characterization. So that was fun. I wonder if there's a Goron who will shoot us up to the... to where that chest was? No. Huh. Will these guys shoot us up somewhere interesting? I mean, he'd probably only bump me to the top of the house, which I can do from going inside. Will you shoot me somewhere interesting? Ooh, hot spring. Let's go. I mean, he lied a little bit. He said he'd launch me into the hot spring and then I had to climb all those stairs myself. Baby! Oh my goodness. I think I might be more upset at their design now that I've seen it in the form of a child. I sell stuff across from the bomb shop at night. Are you an adult? No, you know what? Malo owns a shop. Anybody can own a shop. Okay, so they have a nighttime shop. That's, I guess, useful. That chest is mocking me. Oh well. Maybe one of these days I'll figure out what's in it. But it is not this day! I don't know, I had to so dramatically fling myself off the top of that building, but you know, every once in a while you gotta be dramatic. Okay. So there have got to be things that I can blow up with bomb arrows, because they told me about bomb arrows. Oh, fascinating. You got additional inventory. Sure. I don't know what that is. I suppose I can part with it. Dude! This is like the telescope? Oh, combine it with the hero's bow to zoom in and shoot. Can I? Time is money. If you're done shopping, then quit wasting both. Malo, what a character. What an absolute legend, literally. I am certain that is a legendary creature. Can I, like, uncombine it? Nope. Nope. Oh. Is that okay? I see how I'm supposed to do this. This is not extremely clear to me. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna have to keep track of my buttons properly again, chat, and I'm not entirely certain what to do with it. But basically, combos for the bow and arrow. Typically the buttons that you use for items are you have the X button, the Y button, and the L button, which is like the bumper here. I think that typically this is the target button. This is what gets like a combo bow and arrow thing assigned, and so I have to, if I want to shoot a bomb arrow, I have to use this button to do it, which I think means that I can't auto target, and I guess that's fine, but it's kind of weird that they're not letting me pick a button for it. So that is what it is. Okay. So I'm probably not supposed to shoot the bell. I don't see what that would do, but... Well, that's interesting. There's like a bunch of rocks up there. I wonder if I can bomb arrow those. Interesting. That is a piece of heart. Are you, can I get it? How do I get it? How do I get it? Z R. Oops, I accidentally hit my horse. We're fine. I'll take it. I know it wastes an arrow, but it's a lot of fun. I don't... How do I... Fascinating. Okay, never mind. ZL is just combo on, combo off, apparently. So everything is normal. Everything is normal, except I found this. What does it do? What is that? Oh, that's just a chicken. Okay, we should be terrified of both of these. If I pick one up and go jump off something, will it let me fly? If I keep going this way, where will I end up? Oh! Oh, I was like, this is just taking me around to the spring, but it's like up the waterfall and there. Oh, there's a treasure chest down there. Hello. I need boots. Am I? What? I feel like I can blow that up, but I'm not 100% sure that I can do that underwater. If I drop a bomb, do you think it will actually go off? Or will it get ruined? I like that it's still called dash even in the water. This feels like I'm trespassing more so than usual in a Legend of Zelda game. Because obviously you break into people's houses all the time. But the fact is, like, I can't climb up onto this ledge, even though it is barely above my height and Link could definitely climb up this kind of ledge, but it doesn't let me, and so that made that space feel like sacred or something, because that's where the spring beast appears. But no, we just wandered through it. We just wandered right through it. Okay, horse. I will use you to get across town. Why not? Okay. So now the question is whether... Guess I should drop a bomb in this pool. What? You mean that isn't how you respond when you see sacred springs, Loki? I don't believe you. Are we still just ignoring the ladder? Are you gonna try to hit me again? Sure. Yeah. I love this mechanic. This mechanic is amazing. It takes just as long as climbing up there myself, but it amuses me. That's interesting that they've actually changed some things. Sure. Great. I love this. This doesn't even really help. I just am enjoying doing it. Okay, so I remember there were lots of... Hey! There's a little dude up there. Hey there. I remember there were lots of things trying to shoot me with arrows when I was here last time. Huh. That's the one that summons a hawk? Why would I want a hawk here? There isn't really anything to pick up. Okay. So we have this dude. Yeah, he makes sense, and I can kind of just climb. Oh. There's a bird up there. I feel like there's whole gobs of this area that I haven't been able to get to. Is there another way? There isn't really. I mean, there's that. How do I get up there? Does direction matter? Hold on 1 second. I want to try something. Okay. What if I'm facing like this way? Interesting! It does matter! Oh, did I miss something from the first guy? Ooh, what a steep hill. Okay. I saw that little kid. Can I go this way? No, I can't. Interesting. So there's definitely a treasure chest over here. 1 second. I remember this. More heart pieces. But I want to talk to the kid. I should have talked to the kid first. Hold on. Now I have to get back up because this is not climbable. I was expecting vines there. That's rude. Can I get to the kid? Sorry. I want to get to the kid. Hey. Hey, dude. Okay. Can I get to the child? Oh my gosh, the athleticism of his ability to roll like that going up a hill. Hilarious. Watch this kid be like nothing interesting. I just want to know. Hello, small child. You saw me? I am surprised you noticed me. That's it? That's it? I went all this way? And that's the only thing you say? Well then. Suppose I deserve that. Nobody asked me to come here. I was just curious. Is there anything more in this direction? Oh right, all of these things. Oop. And we are at the part of it where we go up to talk to elders. Okay. Well, that's not astoundingly interesting to me now that the mountain isn't exploding. What's our big map like? Sometimes I forget we have a big map. What is this? Why is there a flag there? Okay, so that's Kakariko Village. Field is very large. Okay, so that's the Elden Spring. Am I supposed to try to get here? They did say the area north. Interesting. Well, I bet if I just kind of go wandering in a general direction, something will at some point tell me where I'm supposed to go next, because this game has so far been pretty blunt about making sure I go the right way. This feels very Lens of Truth. I wish that I had one of those. I don't know where I'm going. Hey dude. Thanks for the lift. It enabled me to visit a small child who had nothing to say. But that's fine. So the map has always confused me. So if I were to jump the gate at the top, I wind up on that little passage that takes me into the bulk of Hyrule Field. So what I'm stuck on is I'm pretty sure that I know of 2 rocks that I've wandered past twice now that I wasn't able to blow up. And one was blocking a route from somewhere to somewhere in Hyrule Field. And the other was where I bought the lantern from the guy. There were also rocks near him. So there's a couple of blocked passages. And I don't really know where. Because I don't remember where anything is. Oh, wait, hold on. It's nighttime. Hey, little dude, what do you sell? Lantern oil. Red potion. Blue potion. All hearts. The blue potion is good. Well, I have a weird yellow potion. So that's good to know. Your stuff is better than the normal stuff that I can buy. At least so far. Okay. So if I go this way... Oh. Oops, that is not the correct part. I hate it. Just turn around, girl. Just turn around. Thank you. There's gonna be a bunch of, like, nighttime creatures that are utterly terrifying. So where am I going? Oh. Where I'm going? What? Postman, can you not see I'm being attacked by a giant dinosaur? Anyways, greetings, Mr. Lady QEW. I've come to deliver a letter. 3! We got 3 letters, chat. Thanks for that. Oh, it is still trying to attack. Where am I going? Whoa, hold up. Sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to stab you, Epona. I'm just seeing what looks like a firefly. And I want to get it. Hi. I caught a pill bug. Oh. Well, fine then. I have already caught this pill bug. So I guess I have to check all of the little... Oops. Is it this way? No. Oh! Hold up. Kind of, yeah. Pillbug! Okay, Bloomer, thank you so much for redeeming non-free hug. It's so many points. That must mean you really need a hug. So just give me 1 second. Ooh. There we go. Got a whole nice big hug from behind my camera there for you. I hope that helps you feel good. Sorry, this looks like something that I can definitely blow up, right? Please. Run away! Yay! Okay, do I bring you? Aw, I like that. That's cute. Thank you. Where am I have entered... I have entered a very serious place, chat. I don't know if I should be here, but I could bomb it. That's what's important. I could bomb it. Ugh. Okay. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Oh my gosh, there's so many spider webs. Whoa! Okay. Those are tech types? What are they doing here? Okay. It's very door-like. Come on. And that thing. Awful. Nope. Absolutely not. No. Sorry, there was a spider web, and on the other side of the spider web there was a spider, and now I'm frightened. Oh, there's another one. Chat. No. I don't want... What's the will-o-wisp? Why is there a little will-o-the-wisp there? I don't know if I can... What... There's so much cave that I have ignored. I have made decisions. And I have some regrets. What's the will-o-wisp? It's just another spider. Oh, well that's another bat, I'll tell you what. Like... That is a Poe. That is a Poe holding a lantern, and I can't hurt it. Can it hurt me? Probably? Oh, chat, I don't know if I have... Oh, this is frustrating. This is frustrating, because I want to explore this cave, but there are at least 2 spiders in this cave. I have a bow now. Do you think I could kill the spider with a bow? But then I have to look at it! For anyone who missed, like... Well, I can use the lantern to burn the web, but if I want to go in that direction, there's a spider there. And so I'm going to have to kill it. Which means I'm going to have to see a spider. For anyone who missed, like, the first forest temple in this game, I have, like, debilitating arachnophobia, and the spiders in this game are extremely realistic, and I hate them, and I'm frightened, and I have nightmares, and I can see them. Most of the ones in the forest temple I killed by not looking at the screen. And it took a long time. Okay, so, ugh. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. So, like, I know it's there. I know it's there. Okay. The bomb arrows. Oh ho 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 ho! You make a point. Oh, except I can't see to aim. Did I hit it? I heard an explosion. I heard an explosion, Chad. Chad? Kate, can I give you, like, MVP of the stream for that suggestion? Is it behind me? That would be terrifying if I turned around and it was behind me. Kate, I think the spooter died. Which, like, apparently this is a dead end, which tells me that this was actually end goal. So that means I probably have to go fight the other spider. But at least I can do it with bombs. That's very helpful. I do have to be able to see them effectively enough. Piece of heart, though. That's nice. Oops. Oh, thanks for the money. Heh, not you. Okay. That's fine. I do have to be able to see them well enough to aim at them, but especially with the little sparkies, I was just kind of guessing. And so that's nice. Okay, so how do I backtrack? So that's the will-o-wisp way, and I don't trust the Poe. So we're probably not gonna go that way right now. Sorry. Got distracted. I thought that was a spider sneaking up behind me. It wasn't. It was a thing on the roof attempting to eat me. That's so much better. We're okay. Everyone's okay. See, I know there's a spider in this direction. And I was trying not to turn around and look at it, and I forgot that there was a thing on the roof. That's my fault. Everything's my fault. We're fine. That's what you get for trying to type in Discord. Obviously. Oh, I can see it. I can see its glowing eyes and its wibbly legs, and I hate it. Okay, we're just gonna look at the side of the screen for a second. We're gonna light this on fire. We're gonna run away. We have to kill a bat. We don't need to kill a bat with a bomb arrow, obviously. Can I... Z... R... Okay, that took me way too long. Okay, great. This is important to me because that spider is very close to the second web. I'm gonna aggro that spider if I go near that web. Can I shoot a bomb arrow through the web? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I do not got this, chat. I do not got this. Can I shoot a bomb arrow through the web? There's the web. Gonna block it. That is a powerful web. Did I hit? Yep. That is a... Oh! I think I might have destroyed the web. Sorry, I'm trying really, really hard not to make eye contact with anything right now. How am I doing? I'm like looking at the corner of my screen. Yay! Oh, there's a heart. Uh-oh, it's disappearing. Well, that's fine. Oh, there's the skull of my former friends. I have to, like, look, kind of? That was just for money? Oh, that feels super not worth. Oh, well. Does that give me anything? Not really. And that gives me money. Honestly, Kate, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen with the spider boss. I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna cry a lot. I'm gonna look up in advance how to kill it. I'm gonna hopefully succeed, but it might involve actual screaming, so please turn off your sound for that. And if I make it through, I will immediately switch over to a Tetris game, and you will watch me play Tetris for the rest of stream, so that I can try to prevent my short-term memory from writing any of that into long-term memory. You want to warn me, and also you really want to see it. Oh, friendship. Tetris stream! Exactly! Exactly! Safety! Safety in Tetris. Okay, that was the door. I remember the door. So there was this way that I haven't gone. Okay, those are rats. But I don't see a spooter. What is the extra noise that I'm hearing? So many games do the squelch. Okay, well... we don't need to go too crazy. Huh? Excuse you? Am I hitting the wall? Yes. I think I'm hitting the wall. Is it still gonna make that weird little hissy noise? Okay, it's not. That's fun. The physics just have it swing. That was amusing. It will take more arrows. Thank you very much for that. I do enjoy the arrows. Those look like dinosaur skulls. Okay, so that little edge didn't give me anything. So there's the will-o-wisp that I haven't really done anything with, and then there was one other spot. Oh yeah, like right at the beginning I burned a spider web, and I was going in the spider web direction because I assumed that that was the right way to go. As it turns out, yes, because the spiders are the final boss of this. Come on. Come on. Very nice. Really hope there isn't another one. Ah, there is! I can see its stupid skittery everything. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Aw, that is so nice of you, Kate Bloomer. You're right. Did I ever tell you the story of when I was watching Lord of the Rings? Maybe Return of the King, maybe Two Towers. I was watching Lord of the Rings in theaters with my brother, and he didn't do that, and he was not a nice friend anyways. So I think... okay, I can see that there's glowing eyes. And if I just don't look, and then I leave, right? We can just not look. We can just look at the corner of our screen. We can just look at the corner of our screen. We can just look at the corner of our screen. We can just look at the corner of our screen, right? I heard the boom. And I see a bunch of hearts. That's exciting. So I'm assuming that he's dead. Terrible friend, but that sounds like correct sibling energy. It is correct sibling energy. So basically, It was the section of the movie that was in Shelob's lair. And that was obviously something that I was going to have an issue with, and I knew that, so I kept my eyes shut for most of the experience. And my brother was like, waited. I was hearing all of the music, I was hearing the skittering, I was hearing everything, and then there was suddenly silence. And I was like, oh, great. And my brother leaned over and was like, hey, it's safe. And I opened my eyes just in time for the worst. I'm getting really good at not aiming. Thank you. It's like, genuinely, I'm just like, point at the middle and look at the sparks and just like let your periphery tell you when something has moved, and don't pay attention, and just don't pay attention, and just don't pay attention. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. For a stamp. Super not worth it. Okay. I think there's at least one more. Can I please get a break on this stuff being endgame? Can this just be dumb and pointless? What this can be is confusing. There is something there. Okay, I'm assuming y'all can see this. So there's those two skulls, yeah? We can see them. There's also a yellow glob? That looks like it's kind of just hanging in the air? But the thing that I am specifically confused about, chat, is that I can clearly see that all of this is wall right now. And when I look at my map, I haven't reached... Like, I'm still at a cutoff point that tells me that there's more if I move forward. And so I can't tell if I haven't technically entered the room to deal with whatever this yellow glob is, but I don't want to. Okay, I'm like hitting it, but it's not... Is it invisible? I'm just... Should I just go? Like, I don't want to walk into the room. I don't want to just walk into the room. Because it doesn't look like it should be a room. I'm fine. You know what? I'm fine. I fought like 2 spiders today. Actually, hold on. Was there a head? There was a head. That matters because that gets me seeds. Oops. That one? Sure. Okay. Has this been my favorite segment? Absolutely not. I am actually quite frightened of it. But I think I succeeded mostly, probably. Maybe. Oop. Excuse me. Still nighttime. Still, where do I go? I don't really know where I'm supposed to go, but nope, not here. That doesn't take me anywhere useful. Okay, so back to the other side of the bridge then. Oh my gosh. The horse does not turn very effectively. I saw the bug glowing on the ground, but I already collected the bug. How do I get... Oh, okay, fair enough. Right, I do actually remember this. From both sides, I think. Kate Bloomer, thank you for redeeming Ask Me Anything. Do you think the Twilight smells? I've been replaying Kingdom Hearts of Chain of Memories, and Riku mentions that darkness has a scent. Okay, I really wish that we were in Twilight right now so that I could properly expand on this with visuals. It didn't... This isn't what I initially had thought. However, whenever you are in Twilight, especially when you are seeing a Twilight monster, there are these black pixels that just sort of flit around the screen, partially to show you that you are in Twilight and partially to show that they are of Twilight. So those black pixels like fleck closer to, or like there's more of them congregated near Twilight monsters. And genuinely, those look like what I would expect to see in a game of this animation style to characterize something like scent. And so that isn't what I immediately thought of them as. They're just like little flecks of darkness. But it actually wouldn't shock me if coming into contact with those did something to more than just your eyes, because Twilight, like the darkness, those flecks, those monsters of Twilight, it's not really an eye thing. It's not about sight. And so that does make me curious. That being said, we've also been a wolf in this game, and very specifically, one of the mechanics that we had to deal with as a wolf is we picked up the children's scent and then followed it to like find the children in Kakariko Village. And we did not pick up any scents when we were near the monsters. And so do with that what you will. It's very smell coated in its visuals, but we actually do have a sense of smell that's pretty strong, and I'm not 100% sure that it flows completely. I wish it would, though. Be enjoying a deep whiff of Twilight. Absolutely. It's certainly fun to imagine. Oh, now I'm in this part. Right. I don't know if I can do anything in this part. Because that's on fire. Whoop! Whoop! Those are things I don't need. I wonder if I can blow up anything that's near... Okay, so I feel like this is the one that we went around where we were doing the combat. We've been around this area a lot. Yep, and that whole thing is cut off, but there is the bridge here that we fought but work on. That's fine. But I wonder if there's also things we can destroy or break in the mountain areas. Oh! Hey, we got one of those. Okay, well, I don't love any part of this. Ow! I have pressed the dismount button more than once. You absolute dolt of a human, Link. Come on, Link. Absolute dolt of a human. Absolute dolt of a human. Or fairy or something. Unclear. These in-between sections are always super confusing to me. Those blow upable? Maybe? Oops. Oopsies, wrong button. Right, it's because I had my sword out and so he didn't dismount first. Interesting. How do I get up there? He didn't dismount first, he put his sword away first. That's why he didn't dismount. Okay, I understand. Are you guys something that I can blow up? Yes. Delightful. Does that mean I can climb? Also delightful. What am I doing? I don't know. But I saw that there was a chest. And I want to know if I can get it. Gonna have to blow that rock up. I feel like... So I'm seeing some vines under that, which makes me think I have to deal with it this way. Yep. Combo off. Can I... Okay, yes I can. At least I think so. Whew! Close. So the treasure chest is over there, right? How do I... Wait, it's down there. Oh. Well. In that case. Hello. For some reason I thought it was higher. Goodness. Whoop! Woohoo! Almost threw myself into a canyon because I didn't realize that that was not complete. Okay. I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go. I think it's a way back to Kakariko. Which is fine. Wait, there's a bug there. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Put away the sword. Get off the horse. Now kill the thing. Sorry, Epona. I apologize. I mean, I don't really. There's a bug. Oi. Bug. Grasshopper. Very cute. The bugs are super weird. Are they just everywhere? Okay. So... Wait. Am I crazy, or is there something on this wall too? I'm crazy. That was just the light. Maybe? Yes. Just the light. The bug hunting is very tricky in a space this big. Ugh, those things. I keep thinking everything is bugs, and I don't think it is. Oops. That's a wall, though. So I think that now that I have bombs, I can do things on this side that I couldn't do before. That's what I think. Yeah, well, I mean, I can obviously do that, but I also might be able to shoot that. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Mostly what I can do is I can blow this up. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Run away! Uh-oh. Did I just start something? Again? I can't go back. Whoopsies. Uh-oh. See? They smell bad. Am I supposed to do something about that? I can never tell what's gonna happen when I save. Oh goodness me. Oh goodness me, chat. They're coming. Back up a little bit. Charge. Uh-oh! One was not enough. Okay, 2 was enough. Because what I remember is I have to beat them all at the same time. And that's very stressful. Thanks for the health. I didn't need it. Apparently. If I take my horse, do I get to keep her? Probably not, right? I'm getting very close to where the red flag is. Oh, well, that's a thing I'm gonna ignore. That is also a thing I'm going to ignore, apparently. Because... yeah. I feel like I'm gonna save first, and then I'm gonna save immediately afterwards, because I am a little anxious ball of I killed a bunch of spiders using a bomb today, and I accept that about myself, so we're gonna save first, and then we're gonna save after, because of course we will. Okay, so the red flag was actually where it wanted me to go, and that's nice, and I probably didn't finish anything. Hyrule Field is very large in this game, and it's quite overwhelming. And I've missed at least 2 bugs, and I've missed at least 1 piece of heart so far, which is weird, because I looked up a piece of heart list the other week, and I remember all of them. And so I'm like, which one did I get, and then it didn't save that I got? It's fine, none of that is important. Listen, we accidentally made a bridge disappear, and we need to fix it. So, Ah, we're finally here. There's only one fused shadow left, so this is the last of the Twilight you'll see, I suppose. I don't believe her at all because this is still first half of the game. Whether or not you accomplish your final task and survive is up to you. So what will you do? I mean, I'm gonna go through the wall of shadow. Thanks, Midna. Bye, horsey. I miss you already. Link goes home. Wants me to let you into the Twilight. I never want to be let into the Twilight, Minna, but that's okay. I'll do it anyways. I'm so scared. This is such a terrifying game, frankly. Wait, hold on. Why am I a boy? Okay, thank you. I'm less confused. Alright then. I guess I'll have to help you. But what a shame that this is the last of the Twilight. I'd become so fond of seeing it covering this world. Or is it really the last you'll see? So shall we get going? Honestly, you terrify me, girl. But that's what you're there for. Ooh, 2 pieces of the fused shadow. They're dancing with each other. That's actually pretty cool. So I'm saving the game here because I really want it to reboot me in this exact place next week. That's what I'm hoping for. I also don't want that thing to eat me. There we go. Now it won't. But yeah, like, when you think about like the scent of darkness or the scent of Twilight, the way those pixels are lifting really does seem like smoke or incense or something that would typically be understood to have a scent. So I can really get behind that idea. I'm gonna be done for this particular stream. We've made it to the 3rd Twilight section, which is very cool. Apparently there's only 3. I don't believe her. I don't think anyone should believe her, but I don't know the structure of this game or the story, and so I'm just extremely frightened for the twist, because we all know there's going to be a twist. There's never not been a twist, and typically the Zelda patterning is you get 3 dungeons that are classified as the easy dungeons, and then there's a twist and you get the rest of the game. And sometimes the rest of the game is 5 more dungeons. That's a very classic, like the 8 dungeon system is very classic. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's something else. But the point is, typically there's a change and then your other dungeons are done in a different context. So I am expecting some kind of twist, some kind of change, and I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be because I've never played this game before, but I'm kind of expecting it to be emotionally damaging to me. That's fine. It's all okay. Everything is happy and wonderful and amazing. That's all we need to know. So I stream Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That means I'm going to be back next week, same time, same place, 7 p.m. next Wednesday, and that will be the next time that I am here and available to hang out with you guys playing this terrifying game which frightens me routinely, quite regularly. I'm so sorry for putting spiders on your screen today. I didn't mean to. I thought I was just blowing up a rock, and then it turned into a cave. And even a cave would have been okay, but it turned out that that cave had spiders? Why? I don't understand, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm super glad y'all came and hung out with me this week. It was really fun, and I was really glad to see all of you guys. Thank you for the snackies. Thank you, Plum, for gifting subs to those lovely folks. Congrats to people like Kate and Settled on Beavis, who had stream streaks today that just renewed for them. I don't know, I just love y'all. I think you're great, and I'm really glad that you chose to hang out and spend some of your Wednesday here with me. I don't have anybody on my short list who is live right now, which means we are again not going to be going on a little bit of a raid. Wednesday nights are kind of bleak sometimes. People just don't want to stream this late. But that's okay. I'm still really appreciative of you guys hanging out, and if you want to hang out again, wait, you have someone. Sorry, you know someone? Okay. Well, I'll wait for that. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. And again, if you want to see more, it's going to be... Okay, well, I don't know who that is, and so we'll go visit them. Obviously, why not? This is fully on the recommendation of Kate Bloomer, so if you trust her, you can come with us on the raid. I'm gonna drop a quick raid message in chat for folks. Hibbity. Hibbity. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Okay, well... Oh! Also family friendly. Delightful. Okay, we can be family friendly, right, chat? We're never not family friendly. So we're gonna go hang out with Great Aurora and we're gonna meet someone new. That's cool. So thanks for hanging out with me. If you want to go visit Great Aurora, then you can totally do that. But if you choose to come hang out again, I will be live next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, or until I see you next, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And as always, have fun, have a great time with like whatever you're doing tonight, and keep it cute. Bye.